Guangzhou's oldest flower fair opened during the weekend to welcome tens of thousands of local residents eager to begin their Chinese New Year celebrations. The annual fair took place on Zihu Road in Yuezhou district of Guangzhou, capital of China's economic powerhouse, Guangdong province. This year's fair highlights the celebration of the Chinese New Year, which falls on February 8, and the essence of Guangdong's Lingnan culture. Artworks demonstrating Guangdong's local cultural heritage are the most popular items at the fair. Among the most welcome artwork is a royal lantern that can be traced back to the Ming Dynasty 1368 to 1644 AD. The lantern combines various fine traditional art, including painting and wood carving. Wang, a visitor, said cultural shows on festive occasions can enlighten the youth or people who do not know about traditional culture. Flower fairs in Guangzhou usually last for a week. They have become an important part of Spring Festival celebrations for the locals. The world's only surviving set of giant panda triplets celebrated Chinese Spring Festival in Guangzhou, South China's Guangdong province. This is their second Spring Festival, spent in the famous southern city of flowers and fine culinary. To enhance the festivity, keepers of the Chimlong Safari Park have dressed up the panda's enclosure with red decorations and peach blossoms, symbolizing joy and good fortune both to the triplets and festival makers. The Islamic Revolution Guard Corps (IRGC) recently said that its Shahid or Eyewitness 129 unmanned aerial vehicle is providing combat support to the resistance front in the war on terrorism in Syria. The drone can fly as far as 2,000 kilometers to carry out any type of combat missions outside the national borders. A report said specifications of the drone's effective operational radius is 1,700 kilometers, has a data link range of 200 kilometers, flight endurance of 24 hours, and a flight ceiling of 24,000 feet. The IRGC launched the mass production of the indigenously developed drone in September 2012. The drone was displayed recently in an armed configuration carrying 4 guided missiles loaded on 2 twin launchers carried under wing. The drone can carry up to 8 weapons designed to hit stationary and mobile targets alike. Shahid 129 is a powerful platform with significant more payload capacity compared to other similar drones. Its external shape reflects significant advancement in composite materials fabrication, including the production of large airframe and structural elements. Strike missions employing guided weapons also indicate the evolution of compact yet capable sensors and data links, enabling the relay of target images and engagement of such targets in real time over considerable distances. According to IRGC Commander General Aziz Jafari, Iran is currently marketing the Shahid 129 UCAV for export to potential international customers. A Japanese research group says a decline in a certain type of collagen in human scalps is causing age-related hair loss. Tokyo Medical and Dental University professor Emi Nishimura and her group studied the mechanism of how mice lose hair as they age. The group found that hair-producing cells die as they lose type 17 collagen, which is essential to keeping cells alive. The group reports that hair loss was curbed in mice when their genes were modified to keep the collagen. The team also says it's ascertained a similar mechanism in human hair. Professor Nishimura says her team hopes to determine which substances can be turned into treatments to keep the collagen. She adds that her team will conduct experiments on other animals within a few years and then hold clinical tests on humans. Sumo wrestlers and popular actors have joined in a traditional bean scattering event held at a Buddhist temple near Narita International Airport to invite good luck. The annual bean scattering festival was held at Narita-san Shinsoji Temple, east of Tokyo. It dates back to the Edo period from the 17th to the 19th century and attracts about 50,000 people every year. Celebrities who took part in the event included sumo's grand champion, Hakuho, and an actor starring in NHK's epic annual drama series. It is a traditional Japanese custom to throw soya beans to invite good luck into a household the day before the beginning of spring calendar. Unlike usual bean throwing, the bean throwers at the temple shout Fuku wa Uchi, meaning in with good luck, without the traditional preceding phrase Oni wa Soto, or demons out. This is because the temple's principal Buddhist image is said to make even demons repent by showing them mercy. People at the venue rushed to catch the beans for luck. A woman in her 30s, who is from Western Japan, attended the event for the first time, said she prayed for the good health of her child. In this event, 1,200 kilograms of soybeans and peanuts were scattered in 3 sessions on that day. Another visitor said it's her son's second annual bean throwing. He will later throw soybeans with his daddy, and they will eat a traditional sushi roll called ihomaki for everyone's health. Uzbek cuisine boasts a variety of soups which are healthy and delicious. Rice, mung beans, chickpeas or kidney beans are usually used for cooking soups. Among the most well-known soup in all regions of Uzbekistan is called mastava, which simply is a rice soup. Meanwhile, here is the recipe for the rice soup and how to cook it. First, cut 2 to 3 small onions into slices. Cut red pepper and 1 medium-sized tomato into small pieces. If you don't have fresh tomatoes, you can also use tomato paste. Next, cut meat into small sizes, followed by potatoes and carrots. As soon as the preparation of vegetables and meat are done, put the pot on the stove and pour some oil into the pot. Let the oil heat up a little bit, and once the oil is heated, it's time to put the onions to saute them. As soon as the onions are light browned, add meat and fry them. Fry carrots, potatoes, tomatoes and pepper together. The main secret to cooking mastava is to fry all the ingredients together in a pot, and when they have gained some color, add some water to it. In another pot, add about 2 to 3 liters of water to make broth. Lower the fire and let the broth boil. Next, add salt to the broth. Meanwhile, you can also add salt to the vegetables while frying them. From time to time, you will need to add the fried ingredients into the broth pot. People in Uzbekistan also call the mastava a liquid pilaf, which implies that the main ingredient in this dish is rice. Any type of rice can be used, however, it should be white. In the meantime, thoroughly wash rice several times before adding it to the boiling broth. Make sure that the meat is cooked, then add in rice, turn up the fire, and cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now the mastava is ready to be served in a deep plate or bowl. Lastly, top it with some chopped dill, and bon appetit. The sense of sight is not all it takes to create art. It can also be created with one's heart and imagination. An exhibition putting on display artworks by visually impaired children was opened recently in Seoul. Students at a school for the visually impaired is taking an art class. The children get used to the texture of paints in no time. They express their imagination on trench coats and canvases. Their artworks gradually come to life. The children express their feelings through clay and colors and learn how to love themselves. Lee Jae-seok, a student at Hanbit School for the Blind, said he was thinking of love when he worked on this piece. From necklaces made for their mums to pictures of their classmates, the students portray their imagination with whatever comes to hand. The class also teaches visually impaired children how to get in touch with the world. Kim Sang-woo, another student of Hanbit School for the Blind, said the thing he touched can be worn when it rains. He was asked how he knew what it was. Kim replied that the teacher would have a better way of explaining it. More than 10 artists volunteer at this school to teach art to children with visual disabilities. Their sincerely crafted artworks containing the dreams and imagination that transcend the students' impairments. Foreign medical tourists only visit Seoul and surrounding areas previously, but now they travel to local cities nationwide to get medical treatment. The city of Daejeon, for example, saw more than 10,000 medical tourists in 2015 alone, which prompted the city to develop tour packages tailored to foreign students and seniors to attract more medical tourists. One of the attractions here is a taekwondo dance performance by Korean elementary school students, followed by a talent show by the students from China. These Chinese elementary school students from Shandong province were on a 3-day trip to Daejeon. Jiang Yi-yum, a Chinese elementary school student, said these students have different talents than Chinese students. The Korean school also seems clean. When the cultural exchange event was over, the Chinese students went through physical exams at a nearby hospital. They were part of a 120-plus member medical tour group composed of 60 students, their parents, and guardians. They are especially satisfied with the vision and dental services they received. Kwan Wei-gang, a Chinese medical tourist, said the hospital equipment was cutting edge and the doctors gave detailed explanations so he could understand the circumstances regarding his child's vision. They plan to receive customized physical examinations and diagnosis, as well as enjoy hot spas and other activities. Medical tourism programs for foreigners, which used to be concentrated in Seoul and the surrounding areas, are now spreading to local cities and energizing their economies.